Take 2 popsicle sticks and set them aside. Then count out 4 more. We're going to shorten this popsicle stick by about 1/2 inch. You are going to cut it with some jewelry cutters or scissors. After you have cut your piece, use it as a reference for the last 3 that you have to cut. It is time to sand them. Here's an example of what I will be doing on the edge compared to the original. I'm just going to be rounding the edges. Alright, so as you can see, I've now sanded down the edges, and now it is time to cut the pieces that will be holding these in place. Alright, so you're going to take a popsicle stick, line up each one on the popsicle stick, then mark on each side with a pen or pencil. Once you have finished marking where you need to cut, take your jewelry cutters or a pair of scissors and trim the popsicle sticks down. Now that I've cut this, I'm going to use it as a guideline to cut a second piece out. Now that I have my 2 pieces cut, it is time to sand them down. I will be curving them the same as our original popsicle sticks. It is time to start gluing our pieces together. Take the 4 trimmed pieces. To start putting your sled together, you are going to take your small cut piece and put one of your regular cut pieces right here. And now it's time to attach it with tacky glue. So now it's time to take these 2 pieces and glue them so that their edges are directly lining up with the edge of this piece. Now that we have glued these on, it is time to glue the last piece on. Glue has dried, it is time to add the second rod. Once you've added this piece to the back of your sled, let it completely dry before moving on to the next part. So I will be making a support for the back of our sled with a scrap. So just trim it down, take your sled and decide to make it slightly smaller than this. Then trim it. Then sand it down. Now take your tacky glue, put it onto the back of the wooden piece, and put the wooden piece in the middle of the sled. Then let it dry. Now take another popsicle stick, lay it on top of the sled, and measure so that it is about 1/4 inch bigger on each side. Trim on the mark that you made. And sand it. Now it is time to add the runner onto your sled. Flip your sled over, take your tacky glue, then put a line of glue down the long side of the sled. Then add one of the runners to the side. Then do the same on the other side. Then let it dry. It is time to add the last piece. Take your tacky glue and add it to the tips of the front of your sled. Then add the last piece to your sled. After this is dried, it is time to start painting. Once your sled is dry, it is time to begin to add the final touches to your ornament. Start with about an 8-inch piece of twine, flip your sled over, and now it is time to take some tacky glue and add the twine to the back of your sled. Next, take a snowflake button and some ribbon, and these will be going on the front of our sled to just add a little bit more pizzazz. So start by making a bow with your ribbon. So once you have finished making your bow, trim down the ribbon, and then it's time to add it to your sled. So next, take that tacky glue again and add your ribbon to the left corner of your sled. You can also use some tacky glue to secure your ribbon. Then hold your ribbon down until it's firmly placed and then let it dry. Now that your ribbon is on your sled, take that snowflake, mine is glittery, and then some tacky glue. Put some tacky glue on the back of your snowflake and put your snowflake onto your sled. Then let the snowflake dry. Thanks for joining me for this day of Craftmas, and if you liked this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Happy holidays!